first up, speaking of David Ayer and Will Smith, which we talked about a couple minutes ago, we got a Suicide Squad sequel in the works. Warner Brothers is loving what they see from Suicide Squad, apparently, and it's going around the web that they already are talking about making a sequel. Jake, what does this news mean to you?
Oh, this is so awesome. It's like, this is the news you geek out on because the movie is still 6 months away and it's already been talking about a sequel. Usually, like with Guardians of the Galaxy 2, they announced a sequel the weekend the movie opened. This is 6 months before the movie opened.
That's
and
insane.
They're talking about this.
And even with Deadpool, like a week before the movie comes out, but they're already talking about that.
And to think that they were saying that they want to get everybody involved and not leave anybody behind back next year to shoot, it's so good. And we've all been expecting that this movie could kill because it's so different and it's something so totally new for the comic book movie. And we've always talked about David Ayer is the perfect fit for this style of movie, and it looks like it's paid off in big time. You have all kinds of stars involved. It's exciting because this could be, a franchise focused on all villains. Who would have thought that a few years ago?
Never.
And it's crazy, and it's exciting going into Suicide Squad later this year because we could walk out of that movie. A lot of people could walk out of the movie saying that's their favorite comic movie of all time. That's a possibility.
Definitely, because a lot of people are gonna, like that style.
Exactly.
Film. And this is great news to me. I'm just curious, if only Warner Bros. Execs have seen it.
We talked about that with Batman v Superman a few weeks ago.
But don't be surprised if Suicide Squad is the better DC movie to come out this year.
Yeah, it's a huge possibility.
Jake and I were talking earlier about how we're pretty worried. Like, if Batman v Superman isn't good, like, this could, it'll really hurt us personally as fans, but also it could really ruin the DC universe. But Suicide Squad could save it.
It's like a backup plan.
Exactly.
Like they could do a universe focused on all villains if they really wanted to.
But I just feel like if Batman v Superman is disappointing and Suicide Squad comes around and it's a hit, Warner Bros. Is just back in.
Yeah, back on track.
Good. All right, well, moving on to our next subject. So we got a first look at an animated R-rated sausage film by Seth Rogen. Sausage film. A film called Sausage Party, coming from Seth Rogen. It has all his regulars in it. It has James Franco, Jonah Hill, Kristen Wiig, Edward Norton, Bill Hader, Paul Rudd, Danny McBride, Nick Kroll, Craig Robinson, Michael Cera, and also the voice of Salma Hayek. So we got one image. It has a hot dog, I believe. Is that a donut?
A bagel, I think.
A bagel, a burrito.
And something else.
Yeah, and something else. So, Jake, you posted this on the website. What is it? How does this look to you?
It's okay, so Seth Rogen has kind of been like, I've been taking a step back with him lately because his comedy's kind of been all the same.
Yeah.
But this is exactly what I like because it's so different from what they've been doing.
Yeah, you got to switch it up.
And it may be the same style of comedy, yes, but it's comedy coming from freaking food. And it's just, to think that it's called Sausage Party and it's an R-rated animated comedy, which we never get. It's something completely different.
Oh, yeah.
And with the cast that it has involved, it's kind of bred for success, pun intended.
I was going to say.
And the image is just so great because they all look worried and they're in the supermarket. And, if you haven't heard the synopsis, but it follows a sausage and his friends as they journey through a supermarket trying to get back to their aisles after falling out of a shopping cart. And imagine what can happen as they journey through a supermarket as these foods.
There's so many different food items.
And I'm going to take a guess. I think that obviously the hot dog is going to be Seth Rogen. I think the bagel is Jonah Hill.
Yeah.
The tortilla is Edward Norton. And the food all the way to the left is probably Kristen Wiig.
Yeah,
so I'm taking
I would
a guess.
say so. That's weird because until you said that, they kind of, other than the sausage looking like Seth Rogen, they kind of look like them.
Well, the beard and the eyebrows with Edward Norton.
And the nose.
Yeah.
And then that bagel looks like Jonah Hill. And the eyes on the, whatever that is it a hot dog bun?
It might be. And
I think
that if that's a hot dog bun and Seth Rogen is a hot dog and the jokes with that is...
Well,
oh
look at her mouth, dude.
The possibility for that joke.
We already know where this is going. And this is amazing. Yeah, I'm a huge Seth Rogen fan, and I just love this whole crew, Jonah Hill, James Franco. They're like, all three of them are some of my favorite actors working in Hollywood today, and the rest of the cast is amazing. And you got Bill Hader in there who killed it in Inside Out, so we already know he can do great voice work. So I'm super excited.
The voice cast is phenomenal. It's just crazy good.
I'm surprised you're really excited for this because I'm really excited for it.
Yeah, because I've been taking a step back on Seth Rogen comedies lately, but the fact that it's animated R-rated comedy is what hooks me.
Well, your problem with him was he keeps doing the same thing over and
Yes,
over again.
and-
This is different. So, yeah. All right, moving on to something else that I'm super excited about, but no one else in the world is Power Rangers. The official synopsis has came out. So, here it goes. Saban's Power Rangers follows 5 ordinary high school kids who must become something extraordinary when they learn that their small town of Angel Grove and the world is on the verge of being obliterated by an alien threat. Chosen by destiny, our heroes quickly discover that they are the only ones who can save the planet. But to do so, they will have to overcome their real-life issues and band together as the Power Rangers before it is too late. So, pretty generic. It's pretty much
Sounds like Power Rangers.
we knew was going to happen. But, Jake, what is this synopsis? Does it stand out to you at all?
No, I mean, it doesn't really stand out. It's kind of what we expected. I mean, it's going to be Power Rangers. It's going to be a bunch of teenagers putting on motorcycle helmets and going into war.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you saw it, but the day after the synopsis released, they actually released a photo of the teenagers together. Not in suits, just
yeah.
in normal clothes.
Oh, no, I didn't see that, actually.
So it's pretty cool to see. I mean, I didn't grow up on Power Rangers like you did, but I remember watching it here and there as a kid. And it's kind of a property that people have always been wanted to come to the big screen, just never worked out
Definitely
properly.
the fans, yeah.
And it's going to be generic. It's going to be the Power Rangers that we've known before. I just want something different. I want something a little bit more adult from it. We probably won't get that. But yeah, the synopsis is generic, but it doesn't hinder the way I want to, because I still want to go see it. It's Power Rangers.
Definitely. I mean, I'm iffy on this because I am excited, but I don't want Saban to have the end-all be-all say on everything that goes on in this project.
Yes.
So, and it's not looking good where he's already titling it Saban's Power Rangers. Like, it's different with Marvel. Marvel is a company. Like, they're going to brand their thing Marvel's The Avengers. He's just one man, and Saban's Power Rangers, like, it's selfish to me. He wants to take, but it's weird because if this movie doesn't work out, he's going to take all the bashing for it. So it's kind of ballsy for him to put his name on it, because if it doesn't work out, but if it is great, then he's going to get all the credit for it. So, but I'm excited for this. You have the writers of X-Men First Class and the first Thor. You have the director of Project Almanac, which a movie you and I both
I enjoyed, yeah.
And you have Elizabeth Banks playing the villain. Like, everything else other than Saban's involvement looks great so far. And I agree, I would like to have a little bit of a more of adult tone, but when you really, they're teenagers, so
Yes.
you kind of have to go young adult, and I'm hoping it has the tone of a Hunger Games with a little bit more humor. I don't want the tone of the old Power Rangers.
How about like a Maze Runner?
Yeah, definitely.
Because I think the Hunger Games is very adult.
Very, very
yeah.
dark. Yeah, but it's still the young adult.
I agree.
genre.
Yeah.
So
something like the first Hunger Games.
yeah, true. There you
first
go.
Hunger
Yeah,
Games.
but then here's the thing: if this movie works out, it makes money. It's they have to keep the budget down first of all, $50-60 million budget at the most. And if it works out, as these characters age, maybe the franchise will get more adult as they age, because maybe when they get into their college years, they can have more of adult tone. But obviously, they're going to start out as high school students, and I'm not mad at that because that's the origin of the Power Rangers.
The only thing, the thing that scares me is when I think of a Power Rangers movie, the first thing that pops in my head is the Dragon Ball Evolution movie. That
has nothing to do with it.
But it's kind of like the same thing. Like, they try to bring a beloved TV show property to big screen, and they try to make it this kind of young adult teenager tone. And it just failed enormously.
I mean, I am not a fan of Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
I kind of think Dragon Ball Z is stupid, but that's just my own opinion. But everyone thinks Power Rangers is stupid, so I can't be mad at that. All right.